but also out of the Panthers and some of the star players they have and guys who have done well all season for them. We got a good look into what he's expecting out of this program tonight, out of the opposition, and guys to watch in tonight's matchup. It's a compelling story on our hands. Lafayette Ramblers welcoming the Panthers to their home turf, and it's an underdog story. Facing off against a team trying to finish their season with a bang. The Panthers, they've had a rough go this year. 0 wins, 9 games. That's tough. There's talent on the squad, don't doubt that, and they can move the chains. Got a great arm on the quarterback, Waters. The legs are good. You're going to want to watch Malachi Hutchinson and Tashawn Choice tonight. Hutchinson can snag passes. Choice is a great ball carrier, and he can churn up the field. On defense, the Panthers have let quite a few points slip through the cracks, but it's not for lack of trying. Kane Brown is a tackling machine. Parker Metcalf on the other side of the defensive line, our other defensive player to watch for the Panthers. Switching over to the home side of the ball, the black and orange of the Ramblers, decked out in their striking uniforms, are looking good tonight. They've had some up and down this year, but the sweet taste of victory a few times, and playing in front of a good home crowd tonight in the cold weather, they're expected to play big time. Special teams could be the dark horse tonight. Obviously, Kalis Finley going to tear it up, run up and down the field all night long, and he's had a fantastic season rushing with the football. A.J. Thompson, a guy to watch on both sides. Cody Davis at linebacker, and Dawson Pendergrass, also a player to watch on both sides tonight, as he's just been electric at safety. One of the best tacklers I've ever seen, and an absolute film hog, eating it up in the film room week in and week out. He's come up with some incredible interceptions this year because of his ability to know where an offense is going with the ball. Talking numbers, let's start with the visiting team, the Ridgeland Panthers. They've worked with an aerial game that's seen them accumulate 115 yards per game. That's the number they're looking to boost, especially with Waters at the helm. He's thrown 5 touchdowns this season. He's hungry for more. He'd love to throw 1 or 2 tonight. And they've ground out about 94 rush yards per game as well this season. The Panthers have played that same tough region schedule. Let's talk about defense. Kane Brown, somebody you'll hear me talk about a lot tonight, averaging over 10 tackles per game. He's a homing missile on the ball. Jordan Montgomery, also very efficient. A couple of sacks to his name, a whole host of hurries, and he's always just a step away from altering the game every time he lines up. Flipping the field, the Ramblers have put together 203 rush yards per game. That's a stat that tells you where their bread is buttered. Kalis Finley, their star runner, 11 rushing touchdowns. He's not easy to bring down. The Ramblers aren't a one-trick pony. Despite a challenging season, they've had sparks of brilliance on defense. Pendergrass, a staggering 6 interceptions. He leads a secondary that's been a no-fly zone at times. A.J. Thompson, 4 sacks to his name, but that doesn't tell the story of just how violent he is, how aggressive he is coming off the edge, and he's looking to show that off one more time tonight in hopes of playing at the next level, a guy that certainly will be able to do so. In the special teams department, both squads have shown they can tilt the field in their favor. For the Ramblers, it's really been the kicker punter, Ethan Rainwater. He's had a magical season on special teams for the Ramblers this year. We're just seconds away from kickoff. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be right back as we get started on Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. All right. I figured one more 30 would be good. Welcome back to Lafayette High School here above Jeff Suttle Field. We've got all the action tonight. It's the Ramblers and the Panthers of Ridgeland about to take to the turf for the final game of the regular season. This will conclude both of their seasons. Neither program able to qualify for the playoffs this year. And both teams are fired up to get one final chance on the gridiron. Great turnout here tonight at Lafayette High School. Definitely not too late to be here with us. If you're in town, come on out, join us. Just $5 to get in the gate. You can pay cash or card. You don't have to stop at an ATM to get in even. Love to have you here with us. This is going to be a fun one tonight. 0-9 Ridgeland Panthers on the road. Lafayette High School Ramblers 2-7 this season, looking to finish it off with a bang. The Panthers will kick the football back to the Ramblers. They're going to start with possession tonight here on their home turf. Back deep to field the kick, a pair of athletes for Lafayette High School. Parker Greco, Finley. This one's squibbed right near the 50-yard line. Both teams diving for it, and the Ramblers come down on top of the football. Well, we'll get tonight's broadcast started by meeting the starting lineup of the offense of Lafayette High School. Up front, the big boys, Jaden Simpson, Michael Hamilton, Briar Hartline, Noah Johnson, Nick Shropshire. The receivers tonight, Godfrey one to keep an eye on. Greco will probably get the ball thrown his way. We'll watch for Nick Whitefield as well. Tailbacks, Porter Centel, going to get a couple carries tonight. Braden Jones, quite a few. Blaze Stone might touch the ball. Kalis Finley, the star running back of the region. Dawson Pendergrass, the quarterback. He'll run the offense for Lafayette High School. And the tight end, A.J. Thompson, backed up by Dawson Losh. Here's the Ramblers on 1st and 10. Handoff right up the gut, following the right guard. Right tackle. And pushing his way forward still. They took a minute to blow the whistle. Ball will go from the midfield stripe at the 50 all the way down to the 43-yard line in a 7-yard game. He got stopped after about 4 yards and kept dragging the pile. They let him take it.
Down and 3 for the Ramblers.
Ridgeland's defense has been a bit porous this season. They've struggled to slow opposing offenses. They're going to be keen to do everything they can to stop the Ramblers offense tonight that's been so proficient on the ground. That'll be their focus. Here's a direct snap to Kalis Finley, going far side on the outside hip of the left tackle. Slips 1, 2, 3 defenders and tackled down at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 11 yards for Lafayette High School's Ramblers as they're down to the 32-yard line, threatening the red zone. They're on the far hash marks, driving from left to right on your radio dial here early. Let's meet the defense of the Panthers of Ridgeland High School. In the back, it's Fleetwood, Hinton, Johnson, and Bates. The linebackers are Pritchett, Gregg, and Elliott. On the defensive line, Metcalf, Montgomery, Fleming, and Brown. And Metcalf, the defensive end, really the player to watch. Here's the snap. Football is loose. The whistle sounds as Pendergrass dives for this. That's Braden Jones who picks up the football. Here's the call.
Offsides against the defense.
Offside signaled for against Ridgeland High School. They'll move the Panthers back 5 yards and try again. We played 90 seconds at Lafayette High School. The Ramblers have taken the ball from the midfield stripe down to the 27-yard line. Rambler offense. Jones, the direct snap goes over his head and he jumps onto it, covering up what would have been a fumble. Ramblers will lose a couple of yards, maybe 4 or 5. That's a drastic loss of yardage from the 33-yard line. Rambler football now back on the 43-yard line. From the far hash marks, changing formation for this play. Pendergrass back in the shotgun. Here's the handoff to Finley, who's tackled for a big loss. Big play, big man. It's 3rd and very long after Zion Fleming gets into the backfield and makes the tackle for loss. That's his 9th tackle for loss this season. Nearly 30 total tackles. He's had a big year on the defensive line. The senior showing out for the Panthers tonight. Thanks for being with us. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. 2 minutes, 40 seconds played of this first quarter. We're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia. 3rd and long, about 20 to gain for the Ramblers. Here's Pendergrass from the shotgun. Lofts his close side. Caught a big hit delivered near the sideline and the flag. Great catch by A.J. Thompson. Goes full extension, gets a hold of the football. The flag comes in as he's heavily defended by the junior Dimitri Bates. The call is an illegal receiver downfield on the offense of Lafayette High School. And so they're going to send on their punt unit to send this away. Rambler punt unit led onto the field by Ethan Rainwater. Rainwater's such a big season. 5'11", 190, the junior has been a punting machine. He's delivered some incredible strikes with the ball. Doesn't look like Ethan Rainwater on the punt, but I can't tell. His jersey is wadded up. Rainwater wears 26. Very well could be him. Here's the snap, and punt is sent away. Decent punt down inside the 20, rolling still all the way back to the 4-3-yard line of the Panthers where it's down. Big time punt for the Ramblers. Lafayette High School streaking down, and a big time play as Caden Miller, the sophomore, covers that inside the 5. Tough starting field position, tough sledding for the offense of Ridgeland High. Let's meet the starting offense tonight for the Panthers. Up front, it's Elmatine, Lewis, Montgomery, Stone, and Fleming who will be clearing space on the offensive line. That's 4 seniors, 1 sophomore. Receivers are Hutchinson, Brown, Jackson, Broadus. Running backs Donald, Micklin, Choice, Pritchett. Quarterback is Ethan Waters, and the tight end Parker Metcalf. Definitely one of the players to keep an eye on in the course of this one. 1st and 10 from inside of their own 5 and proverbial shadows of their goalpost. Here's the handoff for the Panthers. Far side on the outside hip of the right tackle, a gain of 4 or 5 yards, and he goes down just shy of the 10 near the 9-yard line. 2nd and medium, Ridgeland High School. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first quarter. We're scoreless at Jeff Suttle Field between Lafayette's Ramblers and the Panthers of Ridgeland High. Here's the Panthers offense on 2nd and 4. The give going right side of the line, the far side of the field. And good push up front by the left guard, left tackle. Elmatine Lewis clear a little bit of space. Tailback is trapped after a gain of 3. And so it's 3rd and short.
3rd down, 1.
Tough situation for Ridgeland High School. 8 minutes left to play in this first quarter. A couple of changes of personnel. While they make those changes, we'll quickly meet the starting defense of the Ramblers. Defensive backs tonight, Jones, Claghorn, Stone, Pendergrass. Linebackers, Whitefield, Losh, Davis, Miller. Defensive line, Thompson, Hamilton, Foley. Here's the handoff, far side, and a gain of... Boy, that's right near the line to gain. The football is on the 13. They're going to say, go ahead and move the chains. 1st and 10, Ridgeland High School, clutch start. That's a big-time movement of the chains. They were pinned back inside of their own 5 to start this drive. Had to run the ball a few times. Not a strong point this season for Ridgeland. Ridgeland's offense has averaged less than 100 yards per game on the ground, 850 total rush yards, 1,037 total pass yards. Here's a check down, close side. Tight end is wrapped up by Dawson Pendergrass. 2 defenders on him, 3, and he's forced out of play for a loss of a couple of yards. The football will be back on the 12-yard line. Line of scrimmage is between the 13 and 14. Parker Metcalf, his 15th catch of the season. He's been a great target, not only for Ethan Waters, but Ethan Gravitt as well, who's played some quarterback this year. Waters just checks down to him. He'll lose a couple of yards. He's right near 150 receiving yards this season for Ridgeland High. 2nd and 12 for the Panthers. 6.5 to play in this first quarter. We're scoreless on WQCH. 4 options at receiver for Waters. Ropes this close side, and it goes incomplete. Sailed right past the defender in the secondary. I thought that was going to be a pick for just a moment.
3rd down, 12.
Ramblers man holds on. Brings up a tough situation for the Panthers. It's 3rd and 12 from their own 12-yard line. The line to gain is the 24. Ridgeland High School sending in the play call. From the shotgun, rolling far side in a bit of danger. Still on his feet, wants to run with the football. Quarterback is wrapped and dropped right near the line of scrimmage. So it's 4th and long. There is a flag on that play. Gravett headed to the far side. Holding call on the offense is declined by the defense of Lafayette High School. It's now 4th and long, and Ridgeland will be forced to punt the football. Here's the snap, punt is away. Beautiful strike and a fair catch on the 44-yard line of Lafayette High School.
Either the kicker or the punter puts the ball down.
Here comes the offense of the Ramblers.
Looks like 36-yard line. Well, the Ramblers will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Lafayette High School. Football is spotted at the 36-yard line. They'll drive from left to right on your radio dial. 6 minutes left in this first quarter. We're scoreless in Lafayette. Two options at receiver. Pendergrass in the shotgun. There's the handoff to Kalis Finley, and he is rolling his way through the linebackers. A gain of about 7 yards as he knifes his way up in there. Good blocking by the center and the guards.
Made by number 8.
A whole host of defenders in on that one. Sion Fleming, Kane Brown. Brown 6 tackles for loss. He's forced to fumble this season, made over 90 tackles. 2nd and medium for Lafayette. Here's the quarterback, Pendergrass. He hands it off, close side, following the right tackle, and tackled down after a gain of 3 yards. Nice little gain by Finley again. Not a ton of space to work with for Lafayette High School.
3rd down, 2.
Ramblers need about 2 yards. Their offense has flourished in these short yardage situations this season. Football's on the 28. Line to gain is the 26. Full house set, direct snap to Finley, following the center and guard, and looks like the
Finley on the carry.
Line to gain is still quite a ways out. He got maybe a yard on that play, and it's 4th and short.
Bring up a 4th and 2 for the Ramblers.
Lafayette's going to go for it. Making one change. They've got the same set of personnel on the field. They send on the linebacker, the senior Cody Davis, as a fullback to block. 4:20 left in this first quarter. We're scoreless. It's 4th and 2, Lafayette. Ramblers direct snap to Finley, runs over a linebacker and goes down near the 27. I don't think he got it. That'll be a turnover on downs.
The Panthers will take over.
Ridgeland High School takes over offensively after making the stop, forcing a 4 and out. First and 10, Ridgeland High School. From their own 27-yard line, driving right to left on your radio dial. 3 options at receiver, 1 tailback deep. Here's the handoff, following the right tackle. Escapes one defender in the backfield, dragging linebackers with him, and down at the 40-yard line, a gain of 12 on 1st and 10, and a big carry by the running back. That's what you want to see out of Ridgeland. Those are the kind of electric plays that this offense is capable of.
Braden Jones on the tackle, 1st down, passes.
Tackle made by Braden Jones. Malachi Brown carries the football. junior quarterback. Gravett this season, 16 for 26, 111 yards. He's thrown 3 interceptions. Gravett in the shotgun. It's trips right, far side. Gravett hands it off, far side. Running back evades one defensive back and is forced out of play after a gain of... Wow, they had him for 3, and they're looking like they're going to give him 2 yards. Nice little carry to the outside, trying to create some extra space. Deshaun Choice is forced out. So it'll be 2nd and a long 7. 3 minutes left in this scoreless first quarter from Lafayette, Georgia. Ramblers defense on the field. The Panthers driving right to left on your radio dial from the far hash marks. Gravett is in the shotgun. Tailback is deep behind him. Tailback on the field, Deshaun Choice, the senior. Choice takes the handoff, and he's trapped behind the line of scrimmage. A huge loss of yardage. 5 yards in favor of the Ramblers as they force the Panthers back to their own 39-yard line. No help up front there. The offensive line caved in immediately as Foley, Hamilton, and Thompson crashed their way into the backfield along with a linebacker as well. 3rd and long for Ridgeland High School. 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Play call is in. Ridgeland has 4 options at receiver. They've changed out their tailback. Deshaun Choice checks out. Dimitri Bates is on the field. He's only carried the ball 11 times this year. That's his first catch as he takes the check down pass close side, makes one man miss across the midfield stripe, and taken down at the 45-yard line of the Ramblers. A 16-yard gain to move the chains. That's big time tackle made by the senior safety Dawson Pendergrass. First catch of the season for Dimitri Bates to go along with his 11 carries this year. Less than 2 to play in this first quarter. Ridgeland High School driving. Here's the snap. Gravett hands it off, and in trouble in the backfield. Tackled down for a loss about 3 yards. They'll mark it down at the 48 of the Ramblers. It makes it 2nd rather, and a long 12, maybe 13.
A loss of 3, 2nd down 13.
I don't think I've ever seen a film setup like that. They've got a whole television on the sideline to watch film in real time during the game. It's like a 40-inch TV. Don't you use tablets usually? They've got like a 40-inch TV over there for film. I need somebody to come tell me about that. It's 2nd and long for the Panthers. Gravett hands it off. No, good fake. Check down pass far side. A lot of room for his receiver. Evades one defender and tackled down just shy of moving the chains. He's at the 36. The line to gain is the 35. Great check down pass to the tight end. His 16th catch this season. Puts him at 165 yards receiving. 38 seconds left in the first quarter, and it looks like that big gain is going to be wiped away by an illegal receiver downfield. Somebody got a little too excited, got beyond the line of scrimmage, and so that'll wipe away what would have been a game-changing gain. Would have put Ridgeland High School just 10 yards from the red zone. The football instead will go deep back over the midfield stripe to their own 47-yard line on the close hash marks. Ridgeland Panthers in a scoreless game, 38 seconds left in this first quarter, driving right to left on your radio dial. Thanks for being with us, Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Gabriel Schray here. Tim Hall back in the studio, making the magic happen tonight. The final game of the season for these two programs. Ridgeland seeking their first win of the year. Here's the snap. Senior quarterback Gravett close side. This one is caught just along the sideline. Just in play. 14 seconds left in this first quarter. Clock is running. And Panthers can either run one more or let it go. They're looking to the sideline. 6 seconds in the quarter. They're going to let it wind and run down as we'll head to quarter number 2 in Lafayette, Georgia. Scoreless between the Panthers and the Ramblers. We'll have all the action and be back in just one moment. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Awesome. Looking like, I don't know, every time I say a minute, I'm wrong. Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia, Lafayette High School. Gabriel Schray here, Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Prep football on the airwaves. Last game of the year for these two. Final game ever for a lot of these seniors tonight. Thanks for being with us. We're scoreless as quarter number 2 is about to get underway. Ridgeland High's Panthers with the ball and driving. They had a great drive underway in that first quarter and snapped by a penalty. A big gain by the tight end would have put them just steps away from the red zone and in scoring position. For an offense that's only managed to score 10 total touchdowns this season, that was big time. We'll see if they can finish off this drive in this second quarter and what the Ramblers bring out of the bag of tricks. Nothing left to save it for as both are eliminated from the playoffs. Here we go. Ridgeland's offense onto the field. Led by quarterback Ethan Gravitt. Gravitt is in the shotgun on the far hash marks, driving left to right. Trying to draw the defense off sides. Here's the snap. Check down pass, far side. Receiver makes one man miss and steps out after a gain of, looks like 3.
15, Blaze Stone. This will bring up fourth down.
Hard to tell what the spot is. Malachi Brown with a catch and run. Brown, that's his 15th catch this season. He's forced out a play by the senior Blaze Stone, who's up to 30 tackles. And that makes it 4th and a long 6. Ridgeland looks like they're going to go for it. Offense of the Ridgeland Panthers, and the punter will split back out and stand on their own 45-yard line. Snap's good to the punter. He sends this away. Great strike. Takes an awkward bounce, a Rambler-friendly bounce right near the 20 where this will be down quickly. Here comes the offense of Lafayette High School. Flats so far tonight. They've had a good season, though, moving the football. 22 total touchdowns, only 360 yards through the year, but they've racked up 2,200 total yards of offense as they've come away with 1,826 rushing yards this season. Pretty unbelievable numbers, and it's really been fueled by the junior running back, Kalis Finley. 255 carries, 1,169 yards. Think about the workload for a high school running back at 255 carries. That's an unbelievable number. That's 30 carries per game. Pendergrass in the shotgun, fakes the give, check down pass close side, receivers in trouble, wrapped up, holding onto the football as the whistle sounds. He was being drugged back towards the end zone by Dimitri Bates, the junior.
Hill on the reception, hit the number 3, Bates.
Nice play right there by Bates. Bates gets his 3rd tackle for loss this season. He's at 33 total tackles this year for the Panthers. Pendergrass gets the play call from head coach Andy Scott. He'll jog back onto the turf. Loved my chat with Coach Scott during the Sally McGinnis State Farm tailgate today. Andy Scott, great guy. He really just loved the guy, love his attitude about coaching and mentorship and leadership. Here's the quarterback keeper right up the middle. Tailback was absolutely leveled after the fake. Faked like he was taking the handoff. And Zion Fleming, the senior, absolutely let him have it. Leveled him in the backfield. Now it's 3rd and long for the Ramblers on the close hash marks. They're going right to left. They need about 12 yards to move the chains. They've got nothing so far on this drive. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. We're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia. 4 receivers out wide, trips right, that's the far side. Pendergrass wants to throw, ropes this on the check down far side, wide open, right near the line to gain. Oh, I think he's just short. Looks like he's at the 26 and they need the 28, so that'll make it 4th and short. And here comes the punt unit of the Ramblers. Nice catch by the sophomore. That's his 2nd catch of the season as somebody just fell down upstairs. Here's the snap. Rainwater with a punt. Great delivery. This one sails out of play on him. Well, it looked good initially. It kind of arced at an awkward angle. I think he might have caught that off the side of his cleat, and so not a great net return on the punt attempt. Excellent field position for Ridgeland High School on this next drive. They're going to mark him at the 34-yard line. That's fantastic field position for the Panthers. Ridgeland High hungry for their only win of the season, and so far they've done a good job of shutting down the offense of Lafayette. Something that to me is shocking because this defense has really struggled this year. Offensively, they've averaged just over a touchdown per game, 9 points. Here's the offense of Ridgeland, 1st and 10. Quarterback slings it far side, diving for the football, and it's incomplete. Love the long pass attempt from 34 yards out. Blaze Stone on the coverage and forces the receiver to catch this out of bounds. Malachi Hutchinson, the senior, heavily defended by Blaze Stone, seeking his 16th catch on the year. Couldn't get it in play. It would have been his 4th touchdown if he was able to catch that football. 2nd and 10 now for Ridgeland High School. They've changed quarterbacks again. It's Ethan Waters, the junior. They're keeping me on my toes with the quarterback thing. 4 receivers out wide, 2 on either side. Waters fakes the give. Check down pass, close side. This sails. I'm not sure if he was trying to, I don't know if he thought the tight end was going to break away and go to the sideline, or if he was just throwing that away. I'm guessing he was just throwing that one away.
Ineligible receiver downfield against
and
the Panthers.
Again, that's our 3rd ineligible receiver downfield penalty of the night. 2 on Ridgeland, 1 on Lafayette High School. 8 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in this first half. We're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia. Thanks for being with us. WQCH, that's Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Little shout out to Mike Powers, Chris Goforth, Tim Hall. Station sounds good. I listened to it all morning while I was working, doing my sad day job at my desk. Great collection of country music. It's really jamming.
Second down, 15.
2nd down and 15 now for Ridgeland High School. Trips right, that's the close side. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's got 1 man on the far side. Waters ropes it. Check down pass complete to the far side receiver. Slips through the defense down into the red zone and tackled down. Nice catch and run. Big opportunity.
80, Elijah Waters, 1st down. Panthers.
It's the younger brother of Ethan, Elijah, who gets that one and trucks his way into the red zone. So it's 1st and 10 for the Ridgeland Panthers. The ball is on the 17-yard line on the far hash marks. Into the red zone in a scoreless game. 8.5 left to play in this first half. Here's Ridgeland. Quarterback takes a snap in the shotgun. Right away the flag. I'm guessing a false start.
Offsides against the Ramblers.
Yeah, it is. It's encroachment on Lafayette High School. They jump off sides now. It's 1st and 5. Football deep in the red zone. Spotted at the 12-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff right side. Tailback. Makes 1 defender miss. Now 2 in the backfield. He's swarmed and goes down. Ramblers are saying that's a fumble. Ramblers are saying they've got the football.
Fumble on the play.
Lafayette High School comes out of the pile with the
Recovered by
football.
number 58, Michael Hamilton.
Big time play. Recovered by the birthday boy.
Nick Whitefield. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the senior Michael Hamilton, who comes out of the pile with a fumble recovery. What a way to celebrate as the Ramblers will take back over on offense. 7.5 to play in this first half. We're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia, between the Panthers of Ridgeland and the Lafayette Ramblers. Ramblers looking to end their season on a high note with a victory. They're 2-7. Ridgeland has only won 2 in the last 4 years. They're right in this at the moment. They would love to walk away with a victory for these seniors tonight. Here's the Ramblers, handoff far side to Finley. Finley is trying to shimmy and shake in the backfield and turns this into something. He had nothing, cuts upfield. Great job on the edge by the seniors, Noah Johnson, Nick Shropshire. They're able to wall that off, create some space for Finley, who cuts his way up the field and pushes his way in there. One thing that makes this Ramblers offensive line so special is the quantity of guys who are seniors starting that have been playing on varsity and starting since they were underclassmen. Nick Shropshire, varsity since his sophomore year. Noah Johnson since his freshman year. All these guys started as underclassmen. Here's the handoff. And far side between the guard and center, he goes down after a gain of 3. Short yardage situation at the 28 now for the Ramblers. Back-to-back, good plays, good gains on the ground. 3rd and 1, Lafayette High School. Lafayette does have that deep threat. They haven't pulled it out of the bag often. One of the long plays of the season was the quarterback. He went 60 yards to the house, but he did it on the ground against Lakeview Fort Oglethorpe. As the 3rd quarter expired, took off, rushed all the way to the house. Here's the give, close side. Finley is tackled down, and he'll get the line to gain and more.
Finley on the carry, first down.
1st and 10 Ramblers. The ball goes from the 28 to the 29. Just enough. Just the nose of the football. That'll keep them rolling. 6 minutes left in this first half. We're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia, between the Panthers and the Ramblers. From the close hash marks, driving right to left on your radio dial, Lafayette High School. 3 out wide, 2 close side. Snaps a fumble, but the whistle before it's taken. Guessing a false start here or encroachment, we'll see.
Illegal procedure against the Ramblers.
Illegal procedure is the call from the referee, and it's against Lafayette High School. He does not look happy. Got 2 Rambler coaches way out on the field talking to Pendergrass. They'll come back to the sideline. 5:40 left in this first half, scoreless. Changing up the formation here a bit. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 close side. Faking the give to Finley. It's a keeper by Pendergrass. He's shifting around in the backfield, trying to escape as he pinballs out of traffic close side. He'll get a couple of yards. And great read there defensively from the 2nd level. That's the safety, Jadarius Hinton, who's playing up on the line. He's got about 25 tackles this season. And Hinton saw him go to the inside behind the left guard. He was standing back behind the line of scrimmage waiting for the quarterback to sneak through and tackle him and clean it up. Saw him bounce back and try to cut outside, followed him out there, wrapped him and dropped him. Great alligator tackle, rolled the hips. 2nd and long now for the Ramblers of Lafayette. 4 receivers, 2 either side. Pendergrass, fake pump, check down. Here we go, Jude Godfrey is leveled. Caught the pass, hung onto it, and a flag as the defensive back stands over him. My goodness, what a hit by the junior Dimitri Bates. We'll see what the call is as the officials sort this out. They're talking about it near the close sideline, trying to make sure they get this right. Referee looking both ways, talking to his crew. I'm a big fan of that. I think the referees should be allowed to take all the time they need. Talk it out, make sure you get it right. You can't undo it. Make sure you're certain. And here's the call.
Personal foul against Panthers.
So I'm assuming that's the flag is just for Bates standing over the receiver after he hit him.
Unnecessary roughness was the call.
I don't think we know what the call is here. I don't know if you can hear everybody else in the booth trying to figure it out. They said personal foul. They changed it. They changed it to unnecessary roughness. I think that was a personal foul just for standing over him, not for the hit. The hit was clean to me. I hope that wasn't unnecessary roughness. I don't know. 1st and 10, 4.5 left to play in this first half. We're scoreless. And for the last 3 minutes, if you've been tuned in and you're like, he's not saying a lot, it's because they're sorting out this penalty still. They're still doing it right now. They're trying to figure out where the football should be spotted. The referee is back on the field, signaling to his crew after talking to the head coach of Ridgeland High School. Had a quick meeting with Craig Pritchett. Everybody's happy. We're going to play on. Here's the Ramblers, quarterback keeper, close side. Pendergrass rolls over the defender to the 40-yard line of the Panthers. Keeps it moving down inside of the 40 to the 38-yard line. That'll move the chains on a 13-yard gain for Lafayette. 1st and 10, they're on the close hash marks now. Ramblers driving right to left on your radio dial. It's scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia, and it looks like we've got another flag.
Personal foul, hands to the face against the Ramblers.
Hands to the face is the call against Lafayette High School. Trading penalties, trading personal fouls in Lafayette, Georgia. I feel like we're playing Battleship. We'll move the ball here, then we'll move the ball here. So the ball will go back to the 34-yard line on the close hash marks. Lafayette just went from the 39-yard line, 38-yard line of the Panthers. Now they're back on their own 34-yard line. That hurts. 4 minutes left in this first half, 4:15 to be exact. We're scoreless in Lafayette. Here's Pendergrass from the shotgun, wants to throw, ropes this far side, tipped and it goes incomplete. Sailed just beyond the reach of the defensive back, kind of hanging out over there was Jaquie Elliott. Elliott's had a big year. He's already got 1 interception this season. He's batted away countless passes, a tackle for loss, and over 50 total tackles. Now it's 2nd and a country mile. To move the chains, the Ramblers basically need to go to Chattanooga. Football is on their own 34-yard line. The line to gain. Hang on a minute here. The line to gain is on the 41 of the Panthers. Still scoreless. Here's Lafayette. Handoff right side, following the right tackle. Pinballs off 2 defenders and dragged down. And a little bit of late action. Flags fly as Bates throws a Rambler to the ground on the far side of the field. Godfrey's hit on the back side of the play, way away from where the ball is. Football field is 63 yards wide. He was about 40 yards away from where the play was. Both coaches are on the field. I'd say the last 15 minutes of this broadcast, about 9 minutes has been me filling while they argue. I think we just need to bring the coaches and the officials up here and let them talk on air. figure it out up here. We need to mic these guys up. 4 minutes left in this first half, and we just keep going through penalties. It's getting a little chippy here in Lafayette. The referees are all huddled up in the very center of the field, and they've sent both teams to the sideline. Now, I don't know. I don't think you can leave a guy in the game who's got a late hit like that. I don't know what the rule is. It's different in every state. These guys are going to take a second to sort it out. I think we might have to take a break. We'll take 30. We'll take a 30-second break. Don't go anywhere. Prep football. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Man. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Welcome back to Lafayette High School, Jeff Suttle Field. Both teams, a coach in the very center of the field, and the entire officiating crew on the turf is together with them, talking this out. 4 minutes, 1 second left in the second quarter. We're scoreless between the Ramblers and the Panthers, and a late hit on the far side of the field has resulted in another meeting of the minds. And it's just tough. I mean, that's a tough call. I do think, I don't know. I don't want to say what I think. We're scoreless. We'll take one more 30-second break. Be right back. More prep football in just a moment. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. I really didn't want to say what I thought. I mean, I do think they need, by rule, to eject him, but I don't know that. I've done football too many places. I don't know what the rule is. Yeah, just keep going. Keep playing break. All right, they're wrapping up.
Dead ball, personal foul against the Ramblers. Dead ball, personal foul against the Panthers. They're going to all sit each other. I'm going to replay it down. Oh. Stand corrected.
Welcome back. Offsetting personal fouls between the Ramblers and the Panthers. I think I need a pen and paper to figure this out. We need a mathematician to figure this one out. So there's 4 minutes left of this first half. The ball was, at one point the Ramblers had it down to the 40 or the 38-yard line of Ridgeland. Now the ball's all the way back. Looks like it's right on the 20. They're going to spot it inside the 20. Both teams go to the sideline for another break. So we're still delayed in Lafayette, Georgia in a scoreless game as the controversy is on. I love it. Thanks for being with us tonight. Lots of fun. We've had a great time bringing you prep football this year on Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. I'm going to remind you to say yes to officiating. It's the hardest job in the world. No one will ever thank you. You will only be criticized. And if you have time, go out, volunteer to become an official. They do pay. It's a great way to give back to the sport that you love and the community that you love. Big thanks to all the businesses that have made our broadcast possible this year. We'll hear from them at the halftime break. So it's second down, third down, and the distance from Atlanta, Georgia to Lafayette for the Ramblers. Literally about 40 yards. Here's the Ramblers on third down. Far side following the right tackle. Finley is dragged down. And another flag. 2 flags, 3. Flag City, USA. 6 flags. They're talking it out. Kind of thought that might happen. We played 9 seconds. We played 9 seconds in the last 10 minutes. Still scoreless in Lafayette. I can't imagine trying to keep these coaches happy right now. We're going to take another break while they sort it out. We'll be back. More prep football in just a moment. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. I don't want to try and fill this. I kind of figured we're going to get some more of this, just so you know. Yeah. No, you can send it back. Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. Panthers, Ramblers. 3:51 left in the first half. We're scoreless. And it was a last-minute call there. Here's an inside look at radio. I'm talking to Tim Hall back in the studio whether or not to send it back. We probably could have taken another break. Ramblers are sending on their punt unit. They're going to punt it. So now for the Ramblers, it's 4th down and 50. Is that right? The line of gains at the 41-yard line of the Panthers. The ball is on, it's on the 11-yard line. Here's the snap. Rainwater gets this punt away from the edge of the end zone. Takes a Rambler-friendly bounce at the 40, then cuts back right up the 45-yard line of Lafayette. Looks like it might have skeetered out at their 46. 3:32 left in the second quarter. Ridgeland High School's Panthers will take over about 45 yards from the end zone. Prep football, Georgia 93.7 AM 1590. Scoreless between the Ramblers and the Panthers. The personal fouls are holding us up here. These guys are playing a little chippy tonight. The officials doing everything in their power to keep it clean. 1st and 10 from the far hash marks. Driving left to right in your radio dial. Waters hands it off. Tailback is wrapped and dropped. Big loss.
33 on the carry.
Nice looking play design, but the tailback just can't get any space. Sophomore Bryson Donald, 95th carry this season. He loses a few yards. He's had 330 yards on the ground this year, scored a rushing touchdown, caught a number of passes as well for the Panthers. 2nd down and long, 14 to move the chains. Here's the Panthers of Ridgeland. Quarterback ropes this far side, sails incomplete. 3rd and long now, about 15 yards, a short 14. Football is on their 49-yard line of the Ramblers, the line to gain the 35. Ramblers defense playing well. Ramblers have forced 12 turnovers this season. Here's the snap on 3rd and long. Quarterback stepping up in the pocket, delivers a deep strike, a lot of contact and the flag. On the backside of that play, a receiver looked like he was about to break away, but there was a ton of contact between Malachi Hutchinson and the safety as he gets jostled. Flag flies right away. I'm not sure if that was Blaze Stone or Pendergrass covering Hutchinson. Pass interference is the call against the Ramblers. That's big time for Ridgeland High School. Free yardage in a clutch situation about inside of the 2-minute drill. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in this first half in a scoreless game. They'll take those free yards when they're threatening the red zone. So the football moves from right near the midfield stripe down to the 34-yard line of the Ramblers. On the far hash marks, driving left to right, this is Ridgeland High School, 1st and 10. Ridgeland's got 4 options at receiver. Trips right. Here's the give. Right up the gut. Tailback is stopped behind the line of scrimmage and dropped. And again, that offensive line just cannot contain the defensive front of the Ramblers. They're crashing through and making the tackle. Whitefield gets in there. Blaze Stone is even in the backfield. Another guy who's been a big contributor, especially as the season has gone on. Senior Logan Kendrick. Kendrick in on the tackle. He'll probably get a half tackle for loss on that. Puts him up near 4. He's had 2 sacks, recovered a fumble, blocked a field goal, made a dozen tackles as well. 2nd and 12, 2 minutes left to play in this first half. Here's the quarterback of the Panthers rolling close side. He's in danger, staying away from the defenders, chucks this downfield and nearly intercepted. It went right between a defender and a receiver. There were 3 defensive linemen chasing down poor junior Ethan Waters, who was just running for his life. Is there a flag on that play? Holding is the call on Ridgeland High School. So that'll move the Panthers back on what would have been an incomplete pass. Now they'll need 22 to move the chains. It puts them back on the 46-yard line of the Ramblers. The line to gain is the 24-yard line. Here's the snap. Waters, pocket collapsing, check down pass. Pops out of the hands of his intended target and goes incomplete. Took the snap, looked downfield, and I think he was just looking off defenders. The check down pass to the far side to the sophomore Bryson Donald, hoping to kind of let him go to work out of the backfield there, and he just drops it. So that'll bring up a 3rd and long situation for the Panthers of Ridgeland. All right, Jess needs 22 yards to move the chains. They've got 4 options at receiver. 1 tailback alongside Waters. Pocket is collapsing. Thompson gets in there and he goes down for the big loss on the sack. Big time play. 2 defenders crash together. Nowhere to go for Waters. Dawson Losh gets credited with that one. Gets some help from Caden Jeffries. 4th down on the country mile, 96 seconds to play in this first half. Both teams going to the sideline for a quick timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Prep football, more of it coming up in just a moment in a scoreless game in Lafayette. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Back to you.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. Punt unit on the field for the Ridgeland Panthers. They're going to boot this back to the Ramblers as it's 4th and forever. Great punt by Ridgeland High, rolling down into the 20 of Lafayette High School. That's where this will be down. 1 minute, 25 seconds to play in this first half. Ramblers a chance to run the 2-minute drill on senior night. We'll see how they handle that. First and 10 from their own 19-yard line. The Lafayette Ramblers offense will drive from right to left on your radio dial. 4 out wide, 2 on either side. Pendergrass, check down, far side, caught, and a lot of room for Henton initially. Light blocking there and a flag on the Ramblers. Nice little catch by Henton. I thought he was going to break away initially, and I think Loss just able to hang on to him.
Holding against the Ramblers.
Yeah, the tight end there, just a little too much jersey in his fist. Gets hit with a flag for the hold. Officials will mark this off back down near the 10. That was confusing. I'm glad other people are saying that confused them too. They marked it 5 yards and they went the rest of the way after the huddle broke. First and 20. From inside of the 10, here's the handoff for Lafayette High School. Lots of room to the close side, rolling over the defender. Nice carry by Kalis Finley. He gets a dramatic 13 yards back beyond the original line of scrimmage over the 20 to the 22-yard line. Less than 1 to play in this first half. Scoreless game, Lafayette, Georgia.
Second down and 7.
Rambler football at the 22, 23-yard line. The line to gain is the 29. Here's the handoff. Tailback. Pinballs off 1-2 defenders and dragged down after a nice gain to the 27-yard line. Makes it a short yardage situation on third down. Less than 30 seconds to play in the first half between the Ramblers and the Panthers.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Right in the zip code of holding. Coaching staff of Lafayette wants to talk to the officials. And this one is against Lafayette High School. It's unsportsmanlike conduct. .8 seconds left in the first half. The officials are going to mark this yardage off. Football will be at the 14-yard line of Lafayette. They come out of the huddle quickly, getting set. 17 seconds left in the half. Here's the snap. Quarterback hands it off. Far side, Finley follows the right tackle, right guard. Pinballs off one linebacker. He goes down just beyond the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 8, 6 seconds left in this first half, and it looks like Lafayette High School will just let the clock wind and head to the halftime break. All tied up, we're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia, between the Ramblers and the Panthers. It's a barn burner in the end of the season for these two. Panthers looking for their first win of the year. Ramblers looking to end the season with a bang. We'll take a break and be back with our halftime show in just a moment. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. I'm stupid. I thought I had you turned up and I didn't.
All right, we're going to do a 2-minute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't.
Woo!
Pretty much refuse.
You got me loud now.
I don't want to I don't want to talk about all the penalties. I don't like talking about it. I don't like. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I need a minute. I don't know what I'm going to talk about.
Hey, we got more penalty yardage than we do regular yardage. That's something you should talk about.
You got stats over there?
No, but I know we got more penalty yardage than we.
I need that. I need that stat.
The penalty?
I need that stat. You know who would have it?
Hey, the ref right there.
Oh, I'm not going to bother him. He hates me after listening to that first half. I thought we were disconnected there for a minute. I was scared too. Yeah. We're in the halftime window, scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia, an absolute barn burner and instant classic. The Panthers seeking their first win of the year. The Ramblers looking to end their season on a bang. Lafayette High School had the football at the end of the half there and just kept getting flagged. In fact, that's the story of tonight. Flag, 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 flag. I mean, I've never seen so many penalties in one half of high school football. We spent about 12 minutes trying to sort out one personal foul call. That's tough, you know. I think that's a tough balance to walk, right? If you're a fan, if you're a parent of any team in the world, you're always going to feel a lot worse about the same amount of penalties being thrown against your team than the opposing team. The average penalties per game in a high school game is about 17 flags. I think we saw 20 in that first half. So that was quite a lot of penalties. The job of the officials is really tough. You've got to keep it clean, and these guys are really fired up tonight. Panthers really want to get a win, end the season on a strong note, feel good about it. These seniors have only won 2 games ever playing high school football. If they've been with that program, they want to walk out with a W. And this is their chance to do it. They're scoreless at the half. Ramblers want to end the season on a high note. Nothing more you want to do than send off your seniors to victory in a home matchup. They've had such a tumultuous season. You know, so many things have gone so well, and they've lost 3 games by very narrow margins, including 2 in double overtime. So they're all fired up. These guys are laying everything on the line in an emotional, cold night from Lafayette, Georgia. You're going to see more of this in the second half. It's going to be a little chippy. These guys are going to be laying it all on the line, 110%, and the officials are going to have to do everything in their power to keep the game under control. That's why we're seeing so many flags tonight, and it's really kept these two teams from putting anything together and having any chance of scoring. So I'm expecting more of that in quarters 3 and 4. I think that both teams, the coaches, are going to pull them into the locker room and say, what do we have to do to get you to clean this up? What do we have to do to get you to behave? We can't afford these flags. We need to be able to move the football down the turf and punch it into the end zone. They're going to look to do that any way they can in this third quarter. It's going to be really interesting to see what plays are scripted by both offenses and how clean they can keep it coming out of the halftime window. I think whoever cleans up the penalties first, whichever coaching staff can convince their team and say, hey, listen, you just got to keep it clean. Like, this is business trip. Keep it clean. Nothing after the whistle, nothing outside of the lines. Like, let's just play football. Let's beat them on the gridiron. Whichever team receives that message more clearly is going to win the game tonight. We're going to be back in just a moment. We're scoreless at the half in GHSA play between the Ridgeland Panthers, Lafayette Ramblers. All right. Yeah. I mean, I just don't even know what to, like I said, I don't like criticizing officials at all. I don't.
And you got the whole halftime.
Yeah. Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia, coming to you live, Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. High school football, an instant classic, a barn burner. After 2 quarters, scoreless between the Ridgeland High School Panthers, Lafayette High School Ramblers. We're at Jeff Suttle Field here in Lafayette, home of the Ramblers. Nothing in those first 2 quarters. It was all penalties. It was all chippy play. There were a few flashes of brilliance on offense, but man, that was all chippiness. It was all flags. So these guys are both going to go to the locker room, some whiteboard time with coaches. Coaches are going to say, how do we clean this up? How do we get these guys in space? How do we make something happen? Lafayette High School is going to focus on doing anything they can to break Kalis Finley away from the line of scrimmage. They've got to find a way to get him out of that box, out of that interior line. If they can find a way to get him on the edge, get him just a little bit of space, he'll break off a couple of big plays. It'll be enough to spark a scoring drive, but he's been trapped kind of between the tackles in those first 2 quarters, and I'm not sure if that's kind of the way they drew that up. If they saw something on film they liked this week, I would look for Lafayette High School to try and get their tailback, their star runner, outside of the tackles any way they can in the second half, whether that's the long handoffs or a couple of pitch plays. They love that direct snap look, and it does work well for them at times as the defense gets confused with all the traffic. They might run that. Ridgeland High School's Panthers are going to look to do anything they can to just limit penalties on offense. They'll probably give the ball to Bryson Donald a few more times because they've had so much success for him. They did throw the ball twice to Parker Metcalf at the beginning of the first quarter. I think they're going to look to that tight end Parker Metcalf a few more times as we get into quarter 3. That's the kind of play design, play calling I'm going to look for early on in that quarter, and they're going to try to spark a scoring drive as well. Now, they've averaged just a little bit more than a touchdown per game at 9 points per game. Their offense has struggled all season. This is the worst we've seen the Ramblers, really. I don't think they've gone to the half scoreless in any game so far this season, maybe against Daresville. I don't have that right in front of me, and I should. That was a tough one, tough sledding against the Tigers. The only other game that was even close to this off the top of my mind was at Ringgold High School against the Tigers. It was 3-0 at the half, and the Ramblers got shut out in the second half of play. So they're going to be looking to do anything they can as well as far as play design, play calling goes in the second half. This is an offense that's generated 22 touchdowns, which is pretty decent. That's about what you're going to look for in this region. You know, if the Ramblers were averaging just a few more touchdowns per game, they'd be one of the best teams in all of North Georgia. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Going into that second half, they're going to say, how do we break Finley outside of the line of scrimmage and get him just enough space? We need to break off just a few long chunk plays to spark scoring drives. But as I said during our first portion of this halftime break, halftime analysis, I think a big key is who's going to clean up more penalties, who's going to play cleaner as we go into this third and fourth quarter. We'll take a break. We'll find out in a few moments. It's the halftime window. High school football scoreless between the Panthers and the Ramblers. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Got it. Yeah.
Let's hear it again for the Ridgeland High School Marching Band. We would like to wish you the best of luck tomorrow as they attend a marching competition in Atlanta.
Oh 638-4100.
Why is that coming?
That's my fault. Yeah, it is better.
Good. That's good.
Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Gabriel Schray here. We're going to take a look around the area scores. Before we do, in our game, it's scoreless between the Ridgeland Panthers. Lafayette Ramblers. We're at Jeff Suttle Field, home of the Ramblers. Panthers seeking their first win of the year. In fact, any of the seniors on this varsity Ridgeland High School team that played with the varsity as a freshman and sophomore, they're seeking their third win ever playing varsity football. Ramblers are looking to end the season on a high note, on a bang. They've had a few big wins this year, but they've really struggled and dropped so many close games in what is a season that was just inches, plays away from being a winning season, a playoff contention season. They would love to end it on a strong note on senior night at home. Scoreless, barn burner. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. We'll take a look around the area now at other scores, starting with Rome. Rome is doing well. They're leading 49-0 at the half over Etowah. Congratulations to Rome in advance, I guess, barring the greatest comeback ever in high school football history. Pepperell 35-7 over Coosa at the half. Big lead there. Taking a look down, let's see what Cedartown is doing against Northwest. Just a moment ago, 34-yard touchdown pass by Riante Porter. Cedartown up 19-0 after failing a two-point conversion with 12 seconds left in the half. Tryon, they're almost to the half. Bulldogs are leading 26-7 over Darlington. Still looking around, what else we got? Fannin County leads Harrelson 21-7. Are we out of scores? Are we out of games to check in on? I'm sure there's other teams winning in the area somewhere. Dalton football got 164 awards for their play this season.
Starting in the color guard in the back, Gary Green.
Looks like the syrup makers down in Caro are winning. All great scores, all great stuff. Our second half is coming up in just a few minutes here. Tigers of Ringgold lead 14-7. Less than 1 to play in the first quarter. They're leading the Gordon Lee Trojans. All right, I'm out of scores to give you during our halftime break. That's all I've got as far as an update goes. Still quite a few minutes away from our second half here on senior night at Lafayette High School, home of the Ramblers. We're scoreless. Instant classic, big-time barn burner. We'll have more in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590.
Chief Ladaiga Marching Festival, Golden River Marching Festival, and Mid-South Marching Festival, including a second place overall at the Golden River Marching Festival this year. There have been many accolades at individual events, including honor bands, all-state, and solo ensemble. Congratulations for all of your accomplishments. Though these last few years have offered many obstacles, these seniors have worked hard and encouraged all through kindness to get out there and do their best every single day to continue the tradition of excellence, even through the toughest times. Thank you for all of the many great performances and for your dedication for all these years. How about a big hand for all of our seniors? As we look back on our senior high school endeavors, we travel back in time with a blast from the past to when they were only freshmen from the 2020 halftime show, Darkness to Light. We are proud to present Conflict and Resolution.
No. I'm here, just, I hear you. Big thanks to all of the wonderful, fine folks locally who have made high school football possible on the airwaves this season. I hope I'm not out of line. I didn't run this by anyone, so I'm out of line. Tim Hall will just turn me off. He's back in the studio. He can just unplug the whole broadcast right now. But on behalf of Tim Hall, Mike Powers, and Chris Goforth, Evan Stone, the whole team at Georgia 93.7 AM 1590, thank you to our partners and the community, our sponsors who have made this possible, but also the entire community for getting us on the airwaves. Year one with Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590, making this great series of broadcasts happen and getting Rambler football on the air. It's been a blast for me, and I think the whole team has really enjoyed it and enjoyed being able to bring this to the community. So thank you to our sponsors for bringing each broadcast, each touchdown, every unforgettable moment into the businesses, the homes, the cars of folks around the valley and the community. Thank you for being a part of our football family and enjoying the game with us. Dairy Dip, Lafayette Finance, D&D Trailer Sales, Hulthig Penn Chevy, American Dock and Doors, Bank of Lafayette, Jenkins Chrysler, Mitchell's Plumbing, Stiles Parker Insurance, Area Agency on Aging, Valley Auto Sales, GNTC, Ledford Pharmacy, Cityscope, Wardlaw's Barbecue, Lucky IQ, and of course Sally McGinnis State Farm, the pregame show. Thank you. We really appreciate it. It's been great. Your support fuels the game, fuels the broadcast, and we genuinely can't tell you how much we appreciate it. It's been fun, I think, for me, for sure. I think Tim Hall has had a blast back in the studio. It's been great working with him, so we appreciate you getting us on the airwaves, and I think the whole community's really enjoyed it. So, we're in a barn burner. We're in an instant classic here in Lafayette, Georgia. We're scoreless at the half. The Ridgeland Panthers are starving for a win. They're 0-9. The Ramblers are 2-7. They can taste victory. They had a big win just a couple of weeks ago against Lakeview Fort Oglethorpe. They're looking to close the season on senior night with a strong showing and the victory at home. And it all comes down to this. 2 quarters left to play for many of these seniors. It's the last time they'll ever play organized football. We're going to have all the action. We'll take one more short break, be back With a conclusion, Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. That wasn't too cheesy, right? We're still broadcasting on both. It's just like 2 miles. Oh, I thought they just turned the power down. I might just keep rolling with it. It sounds better. I don't know why they don't go by FM at all in the name. They just call it Georgia 93.7. Georgia's 93.7. No, I don't know, yeah. To the home of the Ramblers, Jeff Suttle Field. GHSA football action, Week 10, final week of the regular season between the Ramblers and the Panthers. We've got it all here live and free in stereo. Georgia 93.7 AM 1590. Gabriel, Schray, Tim Hall back in the studio. Ramblers and Panthers taking back to the field, and a first half marred by players getting after and after the whistle. Lots of personal fouls, lots of chippiness. It resulted in 18 penalties through the first half of play, exceeding the average in a game. We'll see how this second half goes. Quarters 3 and 4 coming up, just seconds away from kickoff. And it's a scoreless barn burner here in Lafayette, Georgia. Everything on the line for these two. Panthers looking for their first win of the year. Ramblers looking to end the season on a bang, a high note, and they can do it with a victory tonight. Well within the reach of both programs at this moment, because that first half, abysmal as far as yardage goes. Finishing up a quick ceremony, and these two will be back on the field. They've warmed up for the second half.
Allie is currently an assistant buyer at Bills Incorporated for Bills and Home Centric in Bradenton, Florida. Allie is the daughter of Amy and Junior Durham. She has two sisters, Olivia and Mallory. Allie is being presented tonight by her high school cheerleading coach, Nicole Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored tonight to welcome the newest member of the Lafayette High School Rambler Greats program, Miss Allie Durham. Rambler Nation, on your feet, thank you.
Congratulations to Allie on the award. 18 penalties, 160 yards through quarters 1 and 2. Officiating crew just doing their best to mitigate chippiness, and these guys getting after it after the whistle. Lots of hits off the ball, away from the play. 160 yards is more than these two offenses had combined in those first two quarters. Quarter 3. Coming up, kickoff will be from right to left on your radio dial. The Ramblers sending it back to the Panthers. Ridgeland High School's offense, they've had whiteboard time, they've talked strategy, they've got a chance to come out swinging from the gate here. We'll see what they pull out of the bag of tricks.
Number 11. Brown, number 27.
Rainwater to kick this away from the 40-yard line of Lafayette. Standing back on the 30, here's the approach and the deep strike. Great kickoff. This is fielded back on the 5-yard line. Return man Hutchinson takes off across the 15. Stunner steps at the 20. He's got a lot of room. Across the 25. He's 3 at the 30. Across the 40 and out of play near the midfield stripe. Collision there along the sideline. Great return by Malachi Hutchinson, the senior.
Really pushes him out of bounds. Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Ridgeland High School Panthers will drive from left to right on this possession as they'll take over right on the midfield stripe on the far hash marks. 50 yards from the end zone, 15 seconds into the 3rd quarter. We're scoreless in Lafayette. Far side, this one, a lot of room. Breaking away at the 40, the 30, the 20, and out of play. Big time catch and run by the receiver on the check down for Ridgeland High School.
First down, Panthers.
Oh, he's down deep into the red zone, right near the 10-yard line. What a play. That's a big time play. Offense hurries up the field. Panthers taking their time getting the play calling. Well, there you go. That's what you look for out of the half. That's a great sign of good play calling. First couple of plays out of the half, they made adjustments. They knew it would work, and they pull it out of the bag of tricks right there. Here's the give close side, nowhere to go. Tailback is trapped in the backfield for a short loss. It's an end goal situation. From the 13-yard line, it's 2nd and goal for Ridgeland High School. They're on the close hash marks, threatening the end zone now to the right side of the press box.
2nd down, go to go, balls at the 14.
We've got it all. Hey, if you have family outside of the listening area, AM, FM, you can send them our website. They can listen for free. It's actually much clearer and cleaner to listen to than the radio, so that's a little life hack for you. Pull it up on your favorite smart device. You probably could even listen to it on the TV if you were really wildin'. DiscoverWalker.com. Here's the snap from the shotgun, and in trouble, dropped down behind the line. There's a flag on the play, our 19th penalty of the night. I need a pen. Here we go. Here comes the official to the close side with a call.
Give ball, personal foul.
That's a personal foul
against the Panthers.
Against Ridgeland High School.
Players ejected.
The player is being ejected from the game. I'm not sure who they ejected. I wish I had that. So they're marking off the yardage now. The football, it was a tackle for a loss. It would have been at the 14. The ball is going to be marked back off to the 29-yard line. So 19 penalties tonight, 175 yards. 3rd and goal from the 30. Waters is in trouble, scrambling around, deep strike over the middle, nearly intercepted by the Ramblers, tipped and dropped by 2 Rambler defenders. 4th and goal from the 30-yard line. Barn burner, instant classic, scoreless in Lafayette. I think they might have another penalty. There's a lot of shouting going down
Panthers.
on the sideline and a timeout by Ridgeland High School. We're going to take a timeout too. We are scoreless in Lafayette, and a great game tonight. Absolute war in the trenches. These guys are going at it. Scoreless. 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. We'll be back in a moment. I didn't know. I'm just having fun. I don't know what they're doing now. I don't know who they ejected either. You see what number they ejected?
What number did they eject? 14.
14. Thank you. No, you can bring me back. Scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia, between the Ramblers and the Panthers of Ridgeland. It's 4th down and goal from the 30-yard line. Here's the offense of Ridgeland. Quarterback takes the snap in the shotgun. This one is tipped incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. The Ramblers will take over on down.
Defensive back swats that down. Caden Miller.
Ramblers will take over first and
That's a good heads-up play by the defensive back right there.
29-yard line.
Sophomore swats it down because it's a turnover on downs.
Ramble Nation, Lafayette High School proudly supports all of our fine men and women.
1st and 10, Lafayette High School's offense.
The uniform of the United States Armed
This
Forces.
offense has been marred by flags tonight, execution penalties, personal fouls. We'll see if they can do better on this drive. 1st and 10, here's the give, far side, 2 yards. 2nd and 8 after the carry by Finley. Good blocking on the far side, and that's 2 guys that Coach Scott told me before the game are going to try to play at the next level. They've got a great chance to do so. Noah Johnson, Nick Shropshire. Love to hear that they're being recruited by Reinhardt University's Eagles. Could not be a bigger fan of that program. The entire athletic department over at Reinhardt University. They've got a great thing going. 2nd and a long 7 from the 32-yard line of the Ramblers. They're on the far hash mark, driving right to left on your radio dial. We're scoreless 3 minutes into the third quarter. Here's the handoff. Kalis is in trouble in the backfield, streaking up the far side and gets about a yard, maybe 2. Makes it 3rd and medium. Good blocking now on the left side. The guard there, Michael Hamilton, the sophomore, clearing some space out. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. Young offensive guard. He's already made 1 big-time play tonight. He recovered a fumble in the first half. Talk about a birthday gift. 3rd and 5 from their own 34-yard line. Lafayette High School trips left. That's the close side. Shifting defense, faking the give. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. He gets over the 40. That'll move the chains. 1st and 10. Pendergrass gets 6 yards on 3rd and 5. Football to the 40-yard line of the Ramblers. Are on the close hash marks. And the officials calling for a timeout. Could it be a flag? We've got 19 penalties tonight for 175 yards. So we'll resume play. I'm not sure what that break was for. Ramblers offense back onto the field from the 40. Here's the handoff. Football hits the turf. It's loose.
On the play.
Panthers come away with the football. Ridgeland High School's offense will take over. Already beyond the midfield stripe. Their 2nd possession of the 2nd half, and great field position again. Well, just moments ago, they failed to convert in an end goal situation. It ended up being 4th and 30. 4th and goal from the 30, rather. Turn the ball over to the Ramblers. Now they get it back off of a turnover of their own. That's the 16th. Chance they'll have this season. 1st and 10. Offense getting set until the last second. Here's the snap. Tailback, far side, hit in the backfield. Donald loses a yard.
Donald on the carry.
Sophomore Bryson Donald, 97th carry this season.
19, Dawson Losh.
2nd and long now.
2nd down and 12 for the Panthers.
He took a big hit on that play, tackled down by the defensive end. I love the use of Dawson Losh. Losh, a senior, wrapping up his career playing football, playing prep football for the Ramblers. 2nd and long. Panthers, Waters, close side, sails incomplete. Intended target there.
Pass incomplete.
Great route to the sideline, just couldn't get a hold of it.
3rd down.
3rd and long now for Ridgeland High School. The clock stops, 7:21 to play in this 3rd quarter. We're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia. From the far hash marks, driving left to right, 3rd and 12. Football at the 42-yard line of the Ramblers. Ridgeland with it. Waters dropping back, check down pass close side, tight end on the screen, rumbling forward towards the line to gain. I think he's just short.
Parker Metcalf on the reception.
And they'll mark him about 4 yards short here. Football's at the 34-yard line. The line to gain is right on the 30.
34-yard line.
And so it's 4th and short, and Ridgeland High School is going to go ahead and go for it. 4 options split out wide receiver, 2 on either side. Donald in a tailback. Waters takes the snap. Long throw close side. It sails incomplete. Caden Miller, Dawson Pendergrass right there. I thought Caden Miller was going to pick that off. Intended target, Wyatt Blevins, the senior receiver, coming back to the ball, and it just goes over the top of him and the defensive backs. Turnover on downs. Ramblers offense onto the field. 6:42 to play in this 3rd quarter. We're scoreless at Jeff Suttle Field. Ridgeland Panthers this season 0-9. Lafayette Ramblers 2-7. Ramblers a bunch set, power formation. Here's the give right up the gut. Finley churning his way up in there and able to pump his legs enough to get 5 yards. First made contact just 1.5 yards, 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Several Panthers in on the tackle. 2nd down 5 for the Ramblers.
Football goes from the 34-yard line of the Ramblers down to the 39. Line to gain is the 44. Lafayette High School, same formation on 2nd down. This time trying to bust his way outside of the line of scrimmage and having to cut back in. Jones with the carry, he gets a yard. Football down to the 41-yard line. Ramblers need 3 yards on 3rd down. Porter Centel gets a change. Bringing in the power guys here. Losh, Davis on the field. They'll be blocking. Kalis Finley will take the direct snap. No quarterback on the field. 3rd and 3. Finley takes the snap, comes close side, follows the left tackle, he gets a yard. Good blocking up front by Davis, but the Panthers read that very well, able to crash down, clamp down on the ball carrier. He gets just beyond the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down. 5 minutes left to play in this 3rd quarter. We're scoreless in Lafayette, Georgia.
Timeout. Officials timeout.
Officials take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. High school football, prep football on the airwaves. Georgia's 93-7. We're scoreless. We'll be right back. Woo. One for now, one for now. Yeah, just one. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to just... I'm going to keep track of the penalties. Welcome back. Lafayette, Georgia, scoreless between the Ramblers and the Panthers. Prep football on the airwaves. Gabriel Schray here. Tim Hall back in the studio. We've got all the action tonight. Now it's 4th and short. And fumble on the snap on the punt. Punter picks this up inside the 10 and boots it away, and it ends up being a decent punt. Rolls across the midfield stripe, down over the 40, inside of the 35. Ramblers are saying that the Panthers touched the football. The Ramblers are saying the Panthers touched the football, so it would be a touchdown if that were the ruling, and I think they're going to mark it down near the 30-yard line of the Panthers. We'll see. That's not the first time that exact thing has happened to Lafayette High School this year. That literally happened to them earlier this season against Gordon Lee. Ball was touched but not picked up or downed properly on a punt.
Punt is down at the 33-yard line.
So they'll say that's down at the 33-yard line. Ridgeland High School will take over near the center of the field, driving left to right on your radio dial. 4.5 to play in this third quarter. We're scoreless in Lafayette. Here's Waters for the Panthers, hands it off, tailback, bounces outside, throws the stiff arm, and he is dropped hard. Big hit. Ramblers streaking in there. Not a lot of space to work with this time for Deshaun Choice, the senior. Choice, 35 carries this season. He's been very productive offensively. Tried a lot of different things, different looks with him. This time he loses 3 yards. 2nd and long, 13 needed to move the chains. The ball is spotted right on top of the 30-yard line. The line to gain is the 43. From their own side of the field, it's Ridgeland. Panthers hand it off. Waters man, Donald is in trouble. He can't escape the backfield either and is dropped for a 2-yard loss. Ramblers defense looking hot, looking sharp in the late stages. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in this third quarter in a scoreless barn burner. Georgia's 93.7, AM 1590. So a long 15, maybe short 16 needed for Ridgeland High School. The football is right near their own 28-yard line. They need to get the ball to the 44. Panthers play call is in. 2 receivers split out wide, one on either side. And the flag.
Illegal procedure against the Panthers.
Illegal procedure against Ridgeland. That's the 20th flag tonight. It's a 5-yard penalty. It puts us at 180 penalty yards. Third and 21 for Ridgeland. Waters in the shotgun. Rainbow ball far side. A battle for it here as it goes out of play. That sail's incomplete. 4th down now and very long for Ridgeland High. They're likely to punt. 2:47 left in this third quarter. We're scoreless in Lafayette.
4th down, Panthers. Later back to punt. Stanley deep for the Ramblers.
Snap will come from the 22-yard line of the Panthers. Punter standing on the 10-yard line of Ridgeland. Return man for Lafayette standing on the 42. And it's a bad snap. Punter's in trouble. Escapes one defender. Chips this away. Rolling over the 40 towards the midfield stripe. And back-to-back drives. The punters have a bad snap, get the ball, and somehow get away a decent punt. Not bad. It's not what you're looking for there if you're Ridgeland High School, but you'll take it over getting tackled down deep in the red zone. Football is marked down at the 48-yard line of the Panthers. Here comes the offense of the Ramblers. .235 left in this third quarter. 3 receivers out wide. Here's the give. Pinballing his way up the middle. A nice carry by Kalis Finley. 6-7 yards down to the 41-yard line. Beautiful carry by the tailback. Ramblers offense, Pendergrass with the play call. Coming in from the sideline. They're near the far hash marks, working right to left on your radio dial. Scoreless with 2 minutes left to play in this third quarter. 4 out wide, 3 on the close side. That's trips left. Here's the handoff again to Finley, who is rattled by a defender in the backfield and gets back to the line of scrimmage. A short gain, if any, and it brings up third down. Short yardage situation, about 2 needed to move the chains and keep the drive going for the Ramblers. Football right on the 40, the line to gain the 38. They're beyond the midfield stripe in Panther territory in a scoreless game. Here's the Ramblers, 2 receivers out wide. Handoff to Jones. Jones cuts up behind the birthday boy and not quite to the line to gain.
Parker Draco on the carry.
Running back pushes his way up in there, getting some space from Simpson and Hamilton, but the defense reads that very well. They crash down at an angle. The real problem there, coming off the edge, is Parker Metcalf. Metcalf, Montgomery getting in there, getting help from Gregg and Pritchett, and the 4 defenders kind of smash that side of the line. Ramblers are going to have to go for it on 4th down. They need a yard. Lafayette High School direct snap. Finley pushes his way up inside. He's got the line to gain. Gets a yard and a half. He needed just a couple of feet. 1st and 10, Lafayette High School to the 37-yard line of the Panthers. 41 seconds left in this third quarter. We're scoreless in GHSA play from Lafayette, Georgia. Beautiful night for high school football, a beautiful night to cap off the regular season. And both of these programs saying farewell, so long, to their seniors. Lafayette is driving right now. It's 1st and 10. Pendergrass, a howitzer close side, caught! Touchdown, Lafayette High School Ramblers! A 37-yard touchdown strike with 27 seconds left in the third quarter.
The number 21,
what a beautiful play. Sneaking him into the starting lineup tonight at the last moment. Bryson Cleghorn, the sophomore. That's his first catch of the season. And it's for a touchdown, 37 yards. 6-0 Lafayette leading. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. I can hear the classic rock now. Let the good times roll. Here's the point after try. Snap and hold are good. PAT, this one sails up, away, and through for Rainwater. It's 7-0 in Lafayette, Georgia. Ramblers lead the Panthers. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Can you not hear me? Oh, you're good. No, I'm ready whenever. Welcome back to Lafayette High School. 7-0 Rambler lead. 27 seconds left in this third quarter. Lafayette, a great drive, capped off with a 37-yard touchdown pass to Bryson Cleghorn. Cleghorn, first catch of the season, is a touchdown. Made it 7-0. Pendergrass throwing that for the senior quarterback. That's his third touchdown pass of the season. And here, nothing doing on 1st and 10 for the Panthers of Ridgeland. Putting it off up inside, a couple of yards gain. They're going to give him a great spot. Tailback is able to dive forward at the very end of that, getting 6 yards.
Second down 5.
And so that'll do it for our third quarter of play. After 3, it's 7-0 Lafayette High School. We'll take a break, be right back with our final quarter in just a moment on Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Got it. Yeah. Yep. Still could. Now that you said that, it's going to happen. Welcome back to the home of the Ramblers, Lafayette, Georgia, 7-0. Ramblers lead. We're entering the fourth quarter of play between the Ridgeland Panthers and Lafayette Ramblers. We've had all the action. It's been an absolute barn burner here. We've had it all. We're going to have the rest of it. If you have family outside of the listening area, they can tune in for free live and in stereo. I'll let you know a little secret. It sounds even better because it's all digital. There's no AM/FM interference. Tune in, discoverwalker.com. Be with us from anywhere in the country, any smart device, desktops, laptops, phones. You could probably put it on your TV if you were really feeling it. Discoverwalker.com. Fourth quarter. Second down. Here's the snap, and Panthers trying to pinball off the right side. They'll get a couple of yards on forward progress. Still pushing. They're letting them go for it here as Donald ruts his way up in there down to the 30.
Walker gets across the line to gain. That'll be a first down for the Panthers. Timeout on the field.
So there's a timeout on the field as we've got a man slow to rise. And the Panthers of Ridgeland are able to push the pile forward to move the chains. Football is down to their own 30-yard line on the far hash marks. The line to gain is the 40. They're going to check on a player who is slow to rise. We'll take a break. Be right back with more prep football in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. It's just all timeouts. Now he's up. Welcome back. Home of the Ramblers. Jeff Suttle Field, Lafayette, Georgia. They lead 7-0 over the Ridgeland Panthers, who have the football. They're driving right to left on your radio dial. From the far hash marks, they're at their own 30-yard line. First and 10. Trips left. Man in motion is the big guy, Metcalf. He'll block as the up back. Here's the give. Running back is in trouble right near the line of scrimmage. He goes down, and he'll lose a couple of yards.
Tackle led by number 46, Cody Davis.
Dimitri Bates
29 also then on the tackle.
dropped down behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play by the Ramblers, swarming to the ball. That's a tackle by committee. It brings up second and a short 12. Football now at the 28-yard line of the Panthers on the far hash marks. 1 minute gone already in this final quarter. It's 7-0. Lafayette High School leading. 4 options at receiver, 2 on either side. Here's the quarterback, Waters, far side, pass sails incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended target, Wyatt Blevins. Blevins has been targeted twice, hasn't caught a pass. Not only tonight has he's been targeted twice tonight, hasn't caught a pass tonight. He's not caught a pass all season, so to see him have the ball thrown his way twice is unusual. Trips left, 4 on wide. Now it's 3rd and long. Here comes Ridgeland High School. Waters throws this close side, caught. That'll move the chains.
Pass complete to number 26, Carter Myers.
Nice catch. Great route by Ridgeland High School's receiver there. Gets up the field, turns, grabs the football on a quick rope by Ethan Waters. That's enough to move the chains and keep their drive alive. Panthers now down to their own 44-yard line. Coming up on the midfield stripe. The line to gain is the 46 of the Ramblers. Here's Waters from the shotgun, hands it off. Oh, a big shot delivered in the backfield, nowhere to go.
Running back hit.
Wow, Davis crashes in on him, delivers a shot. Donald was going nowhere on that carry.
Second down, 13.
Second and long, 13 yards needed to move the chains. The line to gain is at the 46. Football from the close hash marks, right to left they go. Waters ropes this far side. It's caught stumbling at the midfield stripe. He goes down, rolls to the 46, which is the line to gain. Close official says he doesn't have it. Far says he does. Ramblers coach is out on the field. He's not happy with that spot. Referee's not having it. Moving the chains. 1st and 10, Ridgeland. 9:20 left to play. 7-0 Rambler lead. Panthers are driving. 4 on wide, 2 on either side. And the official wants a timeout called by the Ramblers. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. High school football, we've got the action. We've got it all. We're going to have the end of this one. Man, when I said it was a barn burner at the half, I didn't know it was going to be this good. 7-0, 9:11 left to play. Don't go anywhere. Ramblers lead. All right.
Please let these folks know just how much we appreciate them.
Good game. Man, the controversy is on. Yeah, we could probably take a full 60. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. Okay. I'm stoked to go home and lay down in my house. Welcome back, Lafayette, Georgia. Here's a long pass, close side, picked off! Ramblers take the football away from Waters, his 7th pick of the season. It's the senior, Mr. Film, Dawson Pendergrass. We've got a player slow to rise on the back end. And maybe a flag on the play? There is a flag. That's our 21st penalty tonight. $8:59 left to play, 7-0 Lafayette sorting out to do. We've got a player slow to rise back on the 15-yard line of the Ramblers. It is a Lafayette Rambler. An interception by Dawson Pendergrass hangs in the balance. Lafayette's man is up, who was down and being checked on by the medical staff. Senior running back, 23, appears to be all right. And almost entirely under his own power coming off of the field.
On the return. 1st and 10 Ramblers from their own 23-yard line.
So the flag on Lafayette High School's Ramblers on the interception. It comes on the return, so they'll keep the ball and start this drive at their own 23-yard line. 21 penalties tonight, 195 total yards between these two teams. 9 minutes left to play, 7-0 Lafayette. They've got the football. Here's the give, left side, following the birthday boy, the left guard, Hamilton, who clears out some space, and another flag.
On the play.
A 4-yard gain hanging in the balance with our 22nd penalty of the night.
Penalty on the carry. Dead ball, personal foul against the Panthers.
This time it's against the Ridgeland Panthers. That's a 15-yard penalty.
The result of the penalty will be a first down for the Ramblers.
And so now these two have combined for 210 total yards of penalties. A staggering amount of yardage. And it's not really a super unusual amount of penalties. 18 1/2 is crazy. We've only had 4 so far. We're almost midway through this fourth quarter in this second half. That is an unusual amount of yardage, though, and it's mostly because of the volume of personal fouls. Chippiness, if you will. 1st and 10, Lafayette High School. Football from their own 42-yard line on the close hash marks. Faking the handoff far side. Ball comes out on the end of the play. I think the official's going to say he was down. So it's a 3-yard gain.
A.J. Thompson on the carry.
It's a big man right there carrying the football, A.J. Thompson. That's a guy who went on a visit to local NAI powerhouse Reinhardt University. He would be a good fit for James Miller and the Eagles. I'm excited to see where he goes. He's been a star this year for Lafayette High School. Kid's 225 pounds, benching 315. 2nd down, here's the give to Kalis. Far side, pinballs off one defender, takes a big shot up high by the linebacker, tackled down by a flurry of defenders at the 49. So he'll get about 4 yards and make it 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3.
They need about 3 yards. Football's at their own 49. They need to get it just beyond the 48.
Tackle made number 39.
Just under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 Ramblers. They're on offense. Football is right near the very center of the field as they're working left to right. 3rd down and 3. 4 options at receiver, 2 on either side. Pendergrass in the shotgun. Tailback Greco fakes the handoff. He's in trouble, evades one defender in the backfield. Tackled for a big loss. That looks like a fumble. Players diving for it. I think the Ramblers get it back. Pendergrass was swarmed and hit by 4 defenders. The first 2 on top of him were the big boys, Jordan Montgomery, Zion Fleming. And the center, the senior, gets on top of the ball, Briar Hartline. That was a fumble. Ramblers were able to keep it. Thanks to the senior. Briar Hartline has been on the varsity team since he was a freshman in high school.
Ramblers back to punt. Brown back deep.
Punter of the Ramblers, standing back on the 26. Coaching staff is calling out to the punt unit. 6 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, getting set, trying to get the snap off. They do just in time. Punt is away. 6.5 left to play in this final quarter. Great punt, but it takes a very Panther-friendly bounce going straight up and backwards at the 28. He'll mark it down there. So the Panthers will take over on this drive, 73 yards from the end zone, as they'll drive right to left on your radio dial against the Ramblers. They trail 7-0, 6:31 left to play here in Lafayette, Georgia. The offense of Ridgeland High School onto the turf. Jeff Stuttlefield trying to keep things clean defensively. Ridgeland seeking their first win of the year. They're hungry for it, and what a chance to tie the game late. Here comes the offense. 1st and 10. The snap to the quarterback in the shotgun. He hands it off. Far side. In trouble. Nowhere to go. Dropped for a loss.
Based on the carry.
The junior Dimitri Bates. That's his 15th carry this season. He averages about 3.8 yards per carry. This time he loses some yardage as Dawson Pendergrass gets to him. We've got a player slow to rise. 6 minutes left to play in this final quarter of action from Lafayette High School. 7-0 Ramblers. They lead the Panthers. We'll have the conclusion. Don't touch the radio dial. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. All right. Yeah, he's up. He's up. Welcome back to Jeff Suttle Field. We're at 7-0 Lafayette Ramblers. 6 minutes left to play on the day, 5:58 to be exact. Ridgeland High School's Panthers are driving right to left on your radio dial. They did just lose quite a bit of yardage on a big tackle by the senior safety and quarterback Dawson Pendergrass. What a season he's had. 7 interceptions. Guy has a nose for the football. 2nd and long. Waters wants to throw. Check down far side on a screen going nowhere. Trapped and dropped for a loss of a yard.
28 on the reception.
Big time tackle by Cody Davis. Davis read that perfectly. Check down pass to the far side, trying to get hooked up with his man and buy him some space, and there was just nowhere to go for choice. He can't escape, loses 1 yard. Now it's 3rd and long. Short 14. Football is spotted at the 29-yard line of the Ridgeland Panthers. The line to gain is the 38 of their own side of the field. Here's Waters in the shotgun. Long ball, far side, tipped and incomplete. Big time play by the defensive back.
Pass incomplete.
Celebrate that one, young man. That's Caden Miller, the sophomore, with another big play. Caden Miller, bright future playing defensive back for Lafayette High School's Ramblers. He's been in on 4 crucial plays tonight, tipping the ball away, batting it down, even made a brilliant play. One thing I see a lot at the high school level, I see it at the college level, is guys get greedy and they pick off passes deep down the field in a 4th down situation. Miller has got the presence of mind to tip down a ball that would have been an easy, wide open interception for him. He might have even been able to return it for more yardage than they got off of him batting it down, but that's always the smart play, is to just take the turnover. That's exactly what he did. Punt by the Ramblers, rolls down, or to the Ramblers rather, rolls down to the 41. That's where it'll be down. Lafayette High School's offense will take over. 9 yards away from the midfield stripe with 5 minutes left to play, leading 7-0. They'll drive left to right on your radio dial from the far hash mark. Rambler offense looking for the put-away score. an absolute barn burner, 7-0 in Lafayette, Georgia. Here's the offense of the Ramblers. Quarterback from the shotgun takes the snap. Pendergrass hands it off. Nowhere to go for Kalis Finley, who's tackled for a loss. Big loss, 5 yards. Nice play by the defensive end, Parker Metcalf, the senior. Metcalf, that's his 7th tackle for loss this season. Goes along well with a couple of sacks and about 30 tackles. Great two-way football player. Very much equal and opposite of A.J. Thompson for the Ramblers. Some good football players. Here's Lafayette's offense on 2nd and 16 from their own 35. Here's the handoff, tailback right up the middle. Oh, he's breaking away! He's gonna go! 40, 30, 20, house call! Touchdown, Kalis Finley and Lafayette High School's Ramblers. He rumbles all the way to the house. His 12th touchdown on the season, closing in on 1,300 rushing yards. 4 minutes, 4 seconds left to play. The Ramblers take it to the house, and it's 13-0 in Lafayette, Georgia. Well, it looks like there might be a flag on the play. I'm assuming it's a dead ball foul, taunting against the Ramblers. Celebrating a bit too much.
Below the play of the touchdown, there is a dead ball foul.
A 65-yard rushing score.
Taunting against the Ramblers.
Getting hit with a taunting call, Lafayette Ramblers. That's the 23rd penalty tonight. Now for the point after try. They lead 13-0 with 4 minutes, 4 seconds left to play over the Ridgeland Panthers. Here's the snap. Hold is good. PAT. This one sails up, away, and through. Ramblers lead 14-0 in Lafayette, Georgia. We'll have the conclusion in just a moment. Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Excellent. Love to see it. Is that a 15-yard taunt?
15.
Personal foul?
Yeah, I think they're kicking off from the 25.
Thank you. 225 yards and penalties. That's actually not that, like 100 yards per team isn't crazy. That's pretty normal.
It's actually terrible. It ain't great, it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever. No, I'm ready. Welcome back to Jeff Suttle Field in Lafayette, Georgia, where it's 14-0 Ramblers. They're leading at home over the Panthers of Ridgeland High School in Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Gabriel Schray here, got all the action for you tonight. Ramblers broke off a 65-yard rushing score. Kalis Finley nearly eclipsing 1,300 rush yards this season. That long touchdown was his 12th this year. Now here's the kickoff from their own 25 because of the taunting penalty.
Jashawn McQuinn lands on the football for the Panthers. Ball's going to be marked at the 39-yard line.
Football going to be at the 39-yard line of the Ridgeland Panthers. They'll take over, driving right to left on your radio dial. They would need a miracle to come away with a win at this point. Here's the snap. Waters throws this far side, tipped and incomplete. Defensive back jostles the receiver, hoping to keep him from passing it.
Second down.
That falls to the turf harmlessly at 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm gonna leave a message for you for Chase Hardeman if he's in here. Tell him about that East hurry up and
65-yard touchdown just moments ago made it 14-0. 4 minutes left to play. 4 receivers out wide. Trips right. Here's the check down pass. Close side. Receiver makes one man miss and goes down after a gain of about 6. 3rd down and medium. 3:45 left on the clock. 14-0. Ramblers lead. Ridgeland Panthers with the football. Panthers hurrying to the line. 3rd and 5, 4 out wide, 2 on either side. Waters, fake pump, check down, sails incomplete, 4th down. Pass there, he's looking for Malachi Hutchinson, the senior. This one finds its way up onto the track on the close side of the stadium. Fourth down. Ridgeland Panthers desperately need to move the chains. It would make it all but impossible for them to come back. 4th and 5. Here's the snap. Waters rolling far side. Lofted down the field. Tipped twice. Picked off. Ramblers take over with the football at their own 41-yard line. Their second interception of the night. And I was singing his praises a few moments ago. It's the sophomore Caden Miller. His second interception of the season. He has been a huge impact player tonight. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Lafayette High School now will just look to salt away the clock as they lead 14-0. The winless Ridgeland Panthers 0-9 this season. Their hopes of winning a game fading away quickly. Ramblers looking to improve to 3-7 on the year. Ramblers, 3 split out wide. Here's the give to Finley, follows the guard. Malachi Hamilton, who gets him a yard. Hamilton, Breyer, Hartline, the left guard and center. 2 of 4 seniors. The whole line, other than the left tackle, is seniors. All guys that have been on the varsity roster since they were underclassmen. Several even playing from the time they were freshmen with this program. 2nd and a long 9. 2:45 left to play. Ramblers leading 14-0 with the football on the far hash marks, driving left to right. Pendergrass, the check down. Ramblers man shifts around one defender, swarmed. Gang tackled by 5 guys, 3rd and long.
Pass complete to Godfrey.
LHS just looking to
Working on the play.
cut out as much time as possible here in the final quarter. Timeout on the field. Well, it seems like everything has really gone right towards the end of this second half for Lafayette High School.
Hey, if you stay here long enough, you can hear us do something bad.
14-0 Ramblers lead. They've got the ball. It's 3rd and 9. From their own 42-yard line, they need to get it to the 49 of the Panthers to move the chains and keep the drive alive. They could end this game on this drive with a couple of first downs. Third and 9. Here's Lafayette, quarterback, long ball down the field. He hauls it in. He's free. 20, 10, house call. Touchdown, Porter Centel. Unbelievable. A 59-yard touchdown strike. What a way to end this season for the Ramblers. 2 big pass touchdowns. The first, a 37-yard score, the 3rd of the season to Bryce Cleghorn. That made it 7-0. Kalis Finley, a 65-yard rushing score broken off. That was essentially, could have been the put-away touchdown, but now a 59-yard touchdown to Porter Centel makes it 21-0 pending the PAT. Point after try. Here's the snap and hold, and he proves me right. 2:24 left to play. 21-0 Ramblers. We'll take a break. Be right back with more prep football. Love to see it. Yeah. Welcome back. Lafayette, Georgia. Lafayette High School, Jeff Suttle Field. Ramblers out on top, 21-0. 2:24 left to play. Playing host to the Ridgeland Panthers. And they were just kind of looking to salt it away there for a moment, it seemed like. Ran a couple of rush plays, dink and dunk stuff, and then suddenly a bomb to the close side of the field. Caught by a wide open Porter Centel. He took it 59 yards to the house. Ramblers, squib kick this close side, sails into the hands of the return man who takes a big shot at the 40, stays on his feet, still churning, and dropped where he was originally hit and stood up by a swarm of defenders. So the Panthers will come on. Ridgeland High School looking for a consolation touchdown. 2:18 left to play. A comeback would be an absolute miracle at this point. This team has averaged 9.7 points per game this year. They've only scored 10 touchdowns on offense. $60 yards from the end zone. Here's Ridgeland. Quarterback Waters from the shotgun. Passed over the middle, tipped and intercepted. Ramblers, Dawson Pendergrass, his 8th interception of the season. Oh, baby, mark that off on the highlight reel and send it to colleges. Here comes Dawson Pendergrass. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left to play in the game. 1st and 10. Lafayette High School Ramblers. And again, they can just salt this away. 1 first down, it would be impossible for one movement of the chains. It would be impossible mathematically for the Ridgeland Panthers to get the football back. I really struggled to get that out. Did you hear how hard that was? Think of me tonight. 1st and 10. Football from the 45-yard line of Ridgeland. Now, I don't want to get out ahead of myself, but I think we'll be back with some basketball too. 1st and 10, check down pass, close side, Claghorn. Oh, he loses the football. It's a fumble, but it rolls out of play. I know in college and the NFL that remains with the team who fumbled it. It looks like it will. Ball's at the 32-yard line. That's where the Ramblers' spot will be.
Kennedy on the reception.
They're driving left to right on your radio dial. The clock continues to run under 2 to play. 21-0 Ramblers. Cleghorn, his 2nd catch of the season. Pendergrass trips left. That's the far side. Here's the give to Finley. Finley rolling up the middle. He gets 5, 6, 7, 8 yards and goes down at the 24-yard line. And there's a flag on the play, the 24th penalty tonight.
Brown.
Flags on the defensive end, the star junior, Kane Brown. They've ejected Brown from the game.
Against the Panthers, players ejected.
Wow. 2 players ejected from the game tonight for Ridgeland High School. That's a 15-yard penalty. It brings our yardage total on penalties tonight to 240. Okay, now that's a lot of yardage. 90 seconds left to play. Ramblers are just foot to the floor, pedal to the metal, all gas, no brakes. Here's the handoff up the gut. This time, looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. They're deep in the red zone now following the penalty. Football is at the 12-yard line, knocking on the door. They could make it 1st and goal if they get it down kind of between the 3 and the goal line. Otherwise, it's score or go home here. 67 seconds left to play. Clock running. Ramblers in the lead, 21-0. Lafayette High School, the seniors on this team, this offense looks like they'll get the send-off. Many of them the last time they'll ever play organized football. And a flag. I'll tell you, I wish many of you could be here with me tonight. That was one of the best jokes I've ever heard. I said organized football, and somebody said he called this organized football. 25th penalty on the night. That's just a 5-yard penalty. This time it's on the Ramblers. 245 yards in total penalties. Ramblers are showing victory formation. And that'll do it. 21-0 Ramblers get their 3rd win of the season, and they send the seniors off in style. Congratulations to Lafayette High School, the seniors, for coming up with a victory. Definitely cause to celebrate tonight. 3 great touchdown scorers. First, it was Cleghorn, his first catch of the season, and it was a house call from 37 yards out. That made it 7-0 Ramblers. It didn't stay that way for long. They extended their lead to 14. 14-0 as Kalis Finley went on a 65-yard jaunt to the house. The long score made it 14-0. And following that, one more touchdown was scored. Porter Centel hauled in a deep strike from 59 yards out to make it 21-0. That's the final score as the Lafayette Ramblers walk away with a win over the Ridgeland Panthers. For many of these seniors, it's the last time they'll ever play high school or organized football, I should say, not high school football. Congratulations to them on a wonderful career. Great job tonight by the entire school system, Lafayette High School, for recognizing all of the seniors, the members of the band, the cheerleaders, and the wonderful things they're going to go on to do in their lives. Exciting to play a small part in that for me, and really exciting for the whole crew at Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590 to bring you all these games all season long. We'll take a short break, and I'll be back with post-game analysis. Prep football on the airwaves. Ramblers win. We'll have more in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. I heard you up here, sorry. That's awesome. Yeah, I won't go too long. I'm just going to say some cheesy stuff about organized football. And
I thought that's funny.
thank the sponsors. Thank you, by the way.
No, I enjoy it.
I'm sure we'll do hoops. Welcome back to Lafayette, Georgia. 21-0, the final tally. A big victory for the Ramblers. They'll carry away their third win of the year from tonight. The exact result they were looking for. Cleghorn roped a 37-yard touchdown pass into the end zone, hauled it in, went for a jaunt. Kalis Finley padded the lead, made it 14-0. He went 65 yards on a rush play. It was his 12th rush touchdown of the season. Then Porter Centel caught his second touchdown of the season. It was a 59-yard touchdown strike from the senior quarterback, Dawson Pendergrass, who goes out in style, not just with 2 touchdown passes, but 2 interceptions tonight. Man, mark that on the highlight reel. Hard to pick a player of the game with that kind of performance from all the guys. Let's just name the senior class the player of the game. Congratulations to all the seniors on the wonderful things they've achieved on the gridiron, whether they were a starter or somebody who was just a part of the program for all 4 years. You love to see it. Love to see young people in the community participating in things like this. And I think we're so proud to bring this to life, and we're so thankful for our sponsors who made it possible this season. So I do want to give them one final shout out, and I'll tell you who they are. I want to encourage you to support these local businesses. Go down, talk to them, thank them for being a part of this, because we really appreciate it. I'd also like to thank the entire crew at WQCH and the radio group for asking me to come in and do this. Very appreciative of Evan Stone, Chris Goforth for bringing me in. I can't tell you how much I love Lafayette, Georgia. I'm from a little tiny corn town in the Midwest. The whole population of the town, 1,800. My graduating class was 70, and I feel right at home here. We had the same colors, and the people are just as friendly, and I want to thank everybody who's been kind to me on the air, off the air, out and about here in Lafayette. It's really been wonderful. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you to Tim Hall in the studio and all of our sponsors, Dairy Dip, Lafayette Finance, D&D Trailer Sales, Paul Thigpen Chevy, American Dock and Doors, Bank of Lafayette, Jenkins Chrysler, Mitchell's Plumbing, Stiles Parker Insurance, Area Agency on Aging, Valley Auto Sales, GNTC, Ledford Pharmacy, Cityscope, Ward Laws, Lucky Eye, Q here in Lafayette, and Sally McGinnis State Farm. Sally, I'm changing my insurance to your agency on Monday. Thanks for everything you did and for hosting the tailgate show all season with me. Really appreciated it. A big thanks again to the entire community. For Tim Hall back in the studio, the Ramblers who win 21-0, and the Panthers of Ridgeland High School. We'll catch you next time. Hopefully you'll be with me for some hoops this season. We've got it all here on Georgia's 93.7 AM 1590. Have a wonderful night, and thank you for tuning in. Everything. Can you hear me?
Hey, I need this chart measure.
There we go. Sorry, I got messed up.
I mean, this is how you do it right there.
I don't play around.
That's pretty cool. I wish I had that.
Hey, Tim, for real, thank you so much. I would say let's get coffee, but I know I won't be able to follow through for a while because I'm just crammed busy with 100 more events coming up. So if I do get a break, though, I'll hit you up. And I'm sure I'll be getting over this way preliminary for basketball season with Goforth. So when I do, I'll let you know, and stay in touch either way, man. I appreciate you. All right, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. I'll try. You too.